Mahomes does this. Well, he does this all the time, and
it's hard not to go for that.
If I was, if I was on the 49ers,
down,
I would not go for it. Like, first of all, you're not throwing it past the line of scrimmage, and second of all, I know what you're going to do: tiptoe along the sideline. I got to push you out of bounds. Statistically, Mahomes not good, except that he salted away the game, made clutch play after clutch play, and the Chiefs are still undefeated because quarterback wins are a thing. Here's Patrick Mahomes postgame.
I don't want to say it doesn't come easily because we're winning games against good teams by a good amount of points, and that's as easy as it, I mean that's easy for the NFL. But I just don't think it's normal for what you've seen from us because there's not a lot of passing touchdowns. There's been a lot of turnovers, especially by me. And so I think it's just showing the versatility of our team. It's not just about me. It's not just about the stats and the light show and stuff like that. It's about playing team football. I believe that if we continue to work, we'll get better offensively, throwing the ball down the field. But until then, it's nice to know that we have a great running game. We got a great defense, and we're able to execute whenever the time comes to win football games.
Okay, Mahomes yesterday, statistically not good, career low in passer rating, but did win again. How much credit does Mahomes deserve for the win?
Well, and it should be noted, at least to my eye, they made the game-winning play. Like the Chiefs, there are games sometimes you win despite your quarterback. This was a weird one. The Chiefs were in it despite Mahomes' play through the first three quarters, but they won it because of his two plays at the very end of the game. And this is what really confuses the general public about the Chiefs. And it happened a year and a half ago, and folks still are just like, it shouldn't be this way. They are a smash-mouth, defense-oriented football team, which is what you should be if you have the best defense in football, and if every defensive coordinator the last 8 years has built a defense with the idea of how do we stop this one guy. It's smart. And so when you have the best coach, best special teams, the best defense, and a quarterback who, even when he's playing his worst, has a knack to make the biggest plays. Bengals game, worst game of the year, until 4th and 6 game on the line, a dime.
4th and 16.
Well, it was 4th and 6 first. Dime, holding, okay, 4th and 16, dime again. This game, Mahomes was not playing well at all. And on the play where he threw his second interception, Malik Collins did the single dumbest thing you can do in sports right now, which is piss Patrick Mahomes off. Hit him with the old throat punch. Now, that used to be my move, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't ever really able to win a fight. But if you get a guy right in the throat, and his knees buckle, and you're okay.
I mean, how
so
many
you just
times
go like
did
this.
You pull that off? I saw it in He Got Game.
A few times. You just got to go. You kind of make a little L with your thumb and forefinger, bang, right to the Adam's apple. Well, it doesn't matter. He did it. Patrick, who gets every call, didn't get that one and said, okay, I'll take it in my own hands, or more accurately, my own feet. And what you'll see here in a 2-point game approaching the fourth quarter is first ballot Hall of Famer Fred Warner cooked. Then you'll see 53, think you can throw the ball past the line of scrimmage, cooked, and then down the line. And then play later, or 3 plays later, 4th down, 2-point game, half. And so and here's the thing, and it's not fluky, because Patrick Mahomes did these 2 plays in one play in what was at that time the biggest game of his career. His first ever AFC Championship game. The exact same thing. Hop down the sideline, get through here. You want some into the end zone. So Greg, what he can do is be faster than the guy chasing him and stronger than the guy hitting him. And so he hasn't played well, and it's not the strength of their team right now. But he scares everyone on the opposing sideline. His own teammates have faith he's going to come through, and he's the best player in the league. So figure out the credit pie there.
Yeah, I don't even need to figure out the credit pie. He's always been someone who consumes most of it anyway, so he gets credit. But when you listen to that end of the soundbite, he says, we execute whenever time comes to win football games. That's the problem for defenses when Patrick Mahomes is playing either great and or poorly as he was yesterday. When it comes time to win the game, if he has the ball in his hand, all that has happened prior to is out the window. and you better buckle down and not be the reason why your team loses, because he's not gonna make those same mistakes going into halftime or ending a football game. That's been the difference with this team. He can turn the ball over. We've seen it multiple times in the game against really good football teams, or so we believe. And still yet, because the defense is really good, and I don't want to discredit the defense, because the defense is the best in the league right now, in my opinion. But when you have a quarterback that can just elevate his game, it's like turning up. Coaches hate this terminology when players turn it on and turn it off.
Yep.
Turn the switch on, turn it off. Patrick Mahomes has the ability to turn something on that no other quarterback does. When he is in a slump, having the worst game, he's having the worst statistical year of his career. And yet, he doesn't seem bothered. He doesn't seem like he's forcing things.
Pressing.
It never feels like that. And then he does things like you just showed, where he scampers down the sideline, he runs a guy over, albeit I think these players better start hitting them, and they're going to get flagged for it because they're protecting the quarterback.
He could have hit him at the line. At the goal line.
At the goal line, he could have.
But
But
you're
if he
right, it's
crosses
instinct.
and he hits him, it's a personal foul. Like, this is what it is. You know this as the Chiefs fan.
I don't know. He got punched in the neck there.
There you go.
Flag.
There you go.
I'm just telling you. He's super
I don't want to
protected.
make it about. I don't want to make it
Mustafa
about
wasn't even really trying to hit. He
Mustafa's
just
trying
ran
to
him
hit
over.
him.
Trying to hit him.
Mustafa's trying to
Show
hit
it from
him.
the other angle.
He got pancaked. What's he doing out
Watch
there?
this angle.
Exercising?
Okay, so let me tell you what this is right here.
He got ran
This
over.
is when we turn on this film, you better be flying to the ball. This is not I'm really trying to hit Patrick
Right,
Mahomes.
right.
If we watch him tackle
tell.
any other time during this game, when Xavier Worthy was running through that line,
Yeah.
did he do that?
Okay, I can tackle
Did he do that?
No.
Okay.
He stuck two Chiefs before he got trucked
So
by
what do you-
Mahomes.
He got trucked.
I'm just
No, he
I'm not
did,
saying
but
he
he
did.
wasn't.
I'm not saying he
Greg's
didn't
right
get
on that.
trucked, but he didn't finish the play
Because he's on his ass.
Because
Because Mahomes knocked him over with a
You got to take 15 yards, though. This is like they should be on 10 the entire game.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, look, Mahomes, I mean, and you asked going into the break how much he deserves credit for their 6-0 record. You could take a quarterback in the league with not just better stats than Mahomes, but far better right now.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be, I don't think they'd be 6-0. As great as that defense is.
Totally agree.
He is, it's like when Tom Brady, and people always, I think, get it confused, when he first took over for the Patriots as a starter. And they had Drew Bledsoe, who was a really good Pro Bowl quarterback. They were 5-11, and they had Belichick, obviously. They were 5-11 the year before Brady took over, and started the year 0-2. And then Brady took them to, they won 11 games that year and obviously won the Super Bowl. And people look at his numbers and say, it was all the defense. And the defense was great.
They had a
But
6-game winning streak with Brady where he had 3 touchdowns, 8 picks.
Yeah,
To your
right. But you cannot deny that he changed something with just his leadership. It's part of it's Mahomes always taking the blame at the podium.
Yeah.
When that second interception, Xavier Worthy fell. Right? That wasn't Mahomes' fault. Xavier Worthy just fell on the route, and I bet you in the press conference, Mahomes took the blame.
Can I?
And that's part of leadership.
Just there's a lot of compliments to Mahomes, and I love Mahomes. He is playing poorly. I'm viewing it more like a baseball player in a slump versus a lot of times in football, like something's broken. Baseball players, since the season's so long, you've just been bad for a certain amount of time. At what point, and the answer can be never, are you going to be like, what's going on with this guy?
Never.
I think it's fair to ask, like, what is going on?
I got a different answer.
What is it?
Get him some freaking receivers.
But that's what you
Like
think?
some
You think it's just a
top-level-
receivers thing?
so
I think some of it's on him, but get him some top level receivers.
Go ahead.
we keep asking for all these different things for Patrick Mahomes. I said this to you when we were upstairs. If they continue to play this way,
They'll just keep winning
they
Super
will
Bowls?
continue to win.
No, right. I'm just
They
trying to
won't,
get
they
him out of
will.
that.
But hold on, you said they won't or they will?
They don't. If they get better offensively, then just mark it down now. If they don't improve, I'm talking about with the roster that they currently have right
They
now.
can obviously win.
They will still end up getting it done.
Here's the thing. I'm not trying to pick a fight or poke holes. I totally agree with that, and I could see 20-0 being on the board. But I think we're doing a little bit of the best the second best quarterback of all time is playing really poorly for a decent stretch of football. So like, my question is super basic. Is like, what's the deal?
And my answer is very similar to what it was last year, which is, I think there are certain athletes in our lifetime that have more than earned the benefit of the doubt, and it is almost superseded that to where there's a reason behind it. And the fact that last year he was playing worse and they were losing for the second half of last year, and the moment the games mattered, he played perfect.
But you said there's a reason behind it.
Yeah,
what do you think is the reason?
I mean, I think honestly, I think the Chiefs know what are the definitive good plays and things that work. And they know the ones that are the bad plays they shouldn't do. And there's a big pile of, let's figure out if this is one of the good ones or bad ones, whatever it is. Mahomes